Well, hey everybody, it's Pastor Martin, and it is I don't know what time it is. Okay, it's 10:56. It's Thursday, and I wanted to do this tonight, very brief. I'm not going to be long, but we want to talk about some things. You know, the last couple of days, I've had a lot of pastors calling me, a lot of pastors to reach out to me and said, Pastor Martin, you know, this thing is going on, and we do some streaming, we do some video at our church. What do we need to do? How do we need to do it? What's going on? And so I thought I would just come on tonight and just briefly talk about it a little bit, some of the things, and show you some of the things that I use at church and at home. So you may get ahead of the curve, as they say, because of course we don't know how long these things are going to take place. I just heard that the governor of California just shut California down. Aces Adams, that he just shut California down. I just heard that. And I know here in Atlanta tonight at midnight, the mayor, Keisha Land Bottoms, is setting some stuff down here. And then where my church is, they've already put a thing where you can't have but 10 people in a certain thing to congregate. And where I live at, they put us on curfew yesterday, where we are not allowed to go out after 9 p.m. From 9 p.m. to 7 a.m., we are to be in the house. And I have to tell you, usually I can see cars going up and down my street. I haven't seen anybody doing anything. And so this live tonight, even though it's late, it's for those of you that will catch it now, and also for those of you that may watch it later when you have nothing to do. But I do want to talk to those of you that are pastors in ministry, those of you that work with ministry, and those to answer some things that questions that have come and those that have called. At RRC, and we've been actually doing live stream for years, and we just didn't start yesterday. The last couple of years, we've done television, we've done live stream, so we do a lot of that, and video editing. I actually do video editing. I edit videos. My son does it. Brother Jerry Smith at our church, he does it. So we actually edit videos where we can edit. Brother Jerry has actually done some movies where he's done some editing and stuff. So that is something that we do. So we have what you would call, if you wanted to say, our own in-house production, where we could do it whether we're at church or whether we're at home. Most of the time when we're doing our editing, we do it at home. I'm working on something right now tonight for something this weekend, and so we do that in-house production, the post-production, whatever you want to call it, we do it. So here's the thing. Many churches, when this thing hit and this coronavirus hit, most churches, I want to talk about two or three things tonight. First, I want to talk about live stream, and then the possibility of maybe not live stream, but doing a pre-recorded thing that you can probably end up live streaming. I want to talk to you about online giving if your church is not set up for it. And I want to talk to you about these particular things that I think will help you. And another thing about communication, reaching out to those that are part of your ministry, those that are part of your church. You need to be able to have a all type of ways to reach and to communicate, whether you have a large church or small church or whatever it is. Believe you me, this right here has exposed not only the church but the world to something that maybe some of us were not prepared for, or we were not ready for. We did not do the things and have in place some of the things that we need to have in place. And so I want to talk to you. Those of you that are dealing with church, when we talk about live streaming, every Sunday at our church, we not only live stream, but we tape the services. So I have not only I've got, if we were shut down for 8 weeks, 10 weeks, or whatever, I've got videos not only from this year, last year, year before last. I can take you all the way back to probably 2000 or either past that, where I've got video footage, videotapes of preaching and ministering that I've done that I can edit and just play it. We've got all that set up, and so um, we tape every Sunday. We do that, and we archive it so we can use it for later for footage. So that's what you do. Now, I want to say to you, if you don't have that capability of doing that, don't worry about it. But if you're streaming, whether you're using the phone, the iPad, or if you've got some equipment to do it, whatever you can do, if it's possible to record it, if it's possible to take it where you can use it later, please try to do that. It's important to do those things and sort of help. Live streaming, of course, has become popular, and whether it's with ministry, whether it's from the church or whatever. But what I want to encourage those of you in ministry, especially pastors, I want to encourage you to let this be a learning curve, and let this teach us that we must be prepared to do ministry, live stream or whatever, past past the four walls of the church, because now when you get into things that are where you can't go to church, and it doesn't have to be the coronavirus, it could be a number of things. It could have been a natural disaster, it could have been anything that came and hit. A few years ago, my mother-in-law lost her whole church when we had several tornadoes to come through, and her church was totally destroyed. They rebuilt it, but it was totally destroyed. And so, to be able to have the ability to be able to stream when something happens where you're not able to do it, whether it's your Bible study or whether you are sitting in front of a camera. Now, I'm set up and to do live streaming, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I use. I use like one, two, three, four. I've got about 4 or 5 different things that I use that I can stream live at any given moment. I can do it. Don't have to wait on nobody. I can do it at any given moment. But now, here's the thing. I believe, and I want to encourage every pastor to get something set up, not only at your church, but to get something set up, if you can, in your residence or in your home, in your office at home, or wherever you study or whatever. Get something set up, whether it's your iPad, iPhone, or whether you go and do what I do, but get something set up that you can stream from your house or from your home. On Tuesday nights, so this coming Tuesday night, it won't be anything that will affect. If they say you can't do nothing for the next 2 or 3 weeks, it won't affect me on Tuesday nights, because I do online Bible study from my house anyway. And what I do is I stream it. I've opened it up the last couple of weeks. I've opened it up to the Facebook and YouTube, but usually I'd stream straight to our website, and I stream directly to the website. The members get a link where they can go and follow me and view the Bible study, and also go back and watch it at any given time. Now, if you went to the website, you won't see that because I haven't given you that link, but they can do it. So I say to you, get set up where you could do things. Now, to some of you, this may seem like it's not important, but take it from me. If you already set up to do these things, we wouldn't be scrambling to try to get these things done now, because it's important for us to understand that we have to do and get things set up. So I say to you, as a pastor, evangelist, minister, whoever you are, get something set up where you can stream from where you are, just in case you cannot get to a place of any other place. Do it and get it where you can stream where you are. Then secondly, not only where you can stream where you are, but you need to also get it where you can be able to sort of see what's going on, and that you will have the ability to do it at any given moment, just in case. Not just this situation, but anything could happen. So you need to be able to do the live stream. Did my stream go? Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I can't tell if my stream stopped. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Am I still here? I don't know. Um, all right. I guess I'm still here. I don't know. Let me check it out. All right. Am I still here? Can you hear me? All right. I don't know what happened. It went off on my phone, but let's see. Hey, Sister Dolores. All right. Can y'all hear me? Let me make sure because I'm not sure. All right. For some reason on my phone, it just sort of went out. I don't know. Okay. So anyway, so let me encourage you, pastors. Please do that. Get you, get you something where you can um, do those things that you need to do, what you can stream anytime for any reason. Second thing, if you haven't prepared yourself in what's going on now with online giving, you need to do that. You need to connect your church where you can do online giving, whether if you got a website or whatever, whether your church is connected to Cash App or your church is connected to Square or to whatever other means you may have, text to give. You need to do all of that because uh, now there are going to be many that, as it relates to church, that are not going to be able to do anything. Um, that are not going to be able to do anything because they're not prepared for that. And so, uh, even there's some businesses that won't be able to do it, but we have to prepare ourselves for these things. So I'm saying to you that this is the time to let this be a learning curve to prepare. You still have time to do that. You can still set it up. If you don't know how to do it, there are others that can teach you, show you how to do it. You can inbox me, I can help you do it. But we need to do that with our as far as our streaming and online giving. Here's the last thing I want to talk about, and that is this. We need to be able to have communication past Facebook and past YouTube and past even possibly our websites. We need to have, because if something happens and YouTube shuts down, if something happened and Facebook closes down, most churches, uh, large or small, would be in trouble because they would have no way to communicate with their uh, congregant, uh, congregation or with their parishioners. They would have no way to do that because they're not set up for it. They don't have any way that they could, do it with email. You could always do it the old-fashioned way, of course, send a letter in the mail. But if you don't have email set up, if you don't have um, if you're not set up to do any other type of communication but Facebook and YouTube, if that's the only way that you're doing it, including uh, uh, you know uh, emails and texts, you've got to set up a different way. We've got to understand that this is teaching us how we have to set up, because if Facebook goes down tonight, if it stops right now and they said you can't do Facebook for a whole 2 weeks, then most people that rely on Facebook for business, for church, for everything would totally be in trouble. If you relied on YouTube, you would totally be in trouble. Everything would just shut down because you would have no way to communicate with the outside or those that go to your church. So you need to look at another way of doing this also, and that is by getting what they use. A lot of people use it for prayer lines, and you need to get conference call, freeconferencecall.com. Go there and get you a phone line for your church and set it up that you can get on freeconferencecall.com. You can actually have 1,000 people online, and it's free. It's free, and unless you want to buy a direct number where they don't have to use a pen, but it's free, and people can call in. You can give that number, and when you need to communicate, you can do that and have a conference where you can teach Bible study if you don't have Facebook, where you can do whatever. If you don't have Facebook, use that to do so. I had a conference call tonight with the members of my church, all of them at one time explaining what we will be doing this weekend, or doing the service, or if we were having service or not having service. I was able to do that, and everyone was on at one time. Why? Because we've got that set up to do so. That's what you need to look into, another form and another way of communicating if you're going to communicate. Another way you could do it is using text, where you can text the members. You can sign up for a service that you can text everybody at one time, because most phones won't let you do but a certain number. But if you use something where you can text everybody at one time, and even let them, you can text them. What I did today, I text all the members, a service that I use. I text all of them and said, we'll be at 7 o'clock. I need you to meet me on a conference call. Here's the number. They called in. I talked with them and discussed and told them what we were going to do, and that was the end. So they have that. Then I have the ability to record that conference call, that if need be, those that did not make the call, I can send another text out or email or whatever and say to them, click this or go back and listen at the conference call. So I'm saying to you, we need to open up the ability to do and not get hung on one platform. Don't get hung on Facebook. Don't get hung up on YouTube. You better open and broaden this thing up where you'll be able to do those things, and to communicate and have a line of communication open just in case other things fail. So I'm saying to you tonight, when we talk about live streaming, each pastor, you need to sort of set up something that's mobile where you are, whether it's from your house, because say if you couldn't get to church, like, I'm not doing this at church. Of course, I'm not at church. It's late, but I'm doing it here. Set something up where you can do it. And this will go beyond this crisis that we're in with coronavirus. You'll be able to use it at all times, and then set something up with your online giving. There are those that criticize the church and say, well, they shouldn't have online giving. They shouldn't do this. I don't know why not. Everyone else does it. That's how Amazon is online giving. You buying the service or you buying the package. All of that is the same. And so the church has to open up their ways of doing this for those that want to do it. No one's forcing anyone to do it. But if you want to do it, these are ways and avenues that you can do this and be able to present it. And then that communicating and opening up things that you can communicate by way of a conference call, by way of text messages, or whatever. The late Bishop Patterson, I was in his office one day, and they brought him a letter, and he said, that's good. And he signed it. And I asked him, I said, Bishop, that's a letter. You going to send a letter out to your mailing list? He said, no, I'm sending it out to the members of the church. And I paused a little bit, and I said, to the members of the church? He said, yes. He said, everyone don't have all this other stuff that everyone's got. So he sent, I forgot how many letters he told me he was going to send out. He said they're doing the mass, because he had his own mail room where they did all his mailing and stuff. He said, I'm going to send a mass mailing out to the members for Sunday. This was like on a Monday or something. He said, they'll send it out tomorrow, and the members should get it before Sunday. And he was going to talk about what was coming up in the service, what they were going to be doing, and what he needed them to do. So there's another way to do it. There's always other ways to do it. But I'm saying to you tonight, as you're looking at this, whenever you're watching, let's start looking at other ways. Live streaming. You may need to do pre videos, or those that are being pre-recorded. You may need to do that. Then, of course, I want to say online giving, because now there are larger churches and stuff this may not affect, but there are going to be some smaller churches that this will affect because they don't have anything in place. The membership at RRC is basically digital givers. Most of them give online. They give. That's basically the way they give. I think I had one member that was strictly checks, and she finally converted over, and I got two other members that basically they're gonna do checks. They just old school. They do checks and that's it. But everyone else, they give. Some of them give before. Some have already given for this week for Sunday. They give way ahead of time. Some of them, they're going out of town, or if they're not going to make service, they've already given online. So you need to look into that and do those things so you can help with those things. Let me just show you a few things that I use, and then I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully this will help you, those of you that are looking to take your live stream and other things. I'm going to first show you one that I'm using right now. It's called Ecamm. I'm sitting right here. It's a Mac product, but I'm sitting right here, and all the stuff you see me doing with this, for instance, if I put, you see me put Sister Adams' thing on screen, hello, all of that is being done with Ecamm right now. And so I'm going to show you a couple videos to show you those things and what is done with those and how that's done. So let's look at Ecamm, and then I'll come in and out between the two and let you know so you can sort of get a feel of something. Here we go.
Ecamm Live is a powerful live video production platform for Mac. Connect the app with Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope, and you're ready to go live to your profile, business pages, and groups. Broadcasting from your Mac means the power to use your professional mic and camera. Connect just about any video input, including your Canon DSLR and Blackmagic devices. Add Skype guests to your live stream with one click. Ecamm Live becomes your own personal production studio with a live camera switcher and split screen mode. Rolling an intro video or a pre-recorded segment is as simple as dragging it into the app. You can also stream your Mac's desktop and comment live with picture-in-picture mode. Add a professional touch to your live stream by adding logos, lower thirds, countdowns, and text. Read viewers' comments and reactions right here in the app. Even add a comment right into your broadcast. And when the show is done, a high-quality recording is already saved on your Mac. Ecamm Live. Instant, powerful live video productions for Mac. Download Ecamm Live's free demo to get started today.
Okay, so that's Ecamm. That's what I'm using right now, and it for Mac only, but you can use this if you got a Mac. If you want to upgrade your streaming process, this is a great product to get called Ecamm Live, so you can check that out and use that. Let me hurry on. The next one I'm going to show you is called Wirecast. I want to make sure I got the right video. So if you see me pull it, if there's no sound to it, I've got two of them on here, and one of them seems to have no sound to it. But here is Wirecast.
This is Telestream's Wirecast, the robust live switching video production software for your Mac or PC. Wirecast comes with a scalable user interface for any size screen or monitor type. Adding sources is easy in Wirecast. Simply by clicking on the plus sign on a master layer, you will reveal an extensive menu system to choose the sources you want, whether it be a professional camera brought in by a capture card, a USB webcam, or a built-in camera on your Mac or PC. Wirecast also has a feature to bring in live guests from all around the world with Rendezvous. Video production is a snap with Wirecast. By simply clicking on sources, you can create a professional broadcast with the click of a mouse. Start broadcasting and recording simply by clicking on the buttons in the top left corner of the user interface. Then begin mixing in live video, graphics, recorded content, and even stock media. Wirecast has all your needs covered. Now, sit back, crank up the volume, and spread your message to the world. Never has it been simpler with Wirecast.
All right, that's Wirecast. So that's almost like a actual. You can do that for Windows and Apple, but it's like a production thing by itself. When I say production, you can do a whole lot with Wirecast. And so if you're looking, of course, Ecamm, then Wirecast. Let me show you another one. And I know many people might say, well, why is this so important, Pastor Martin? Because right now we're in uncharted waters, uncharted territory. We're in an area that most people have never seen before, and we don't know how long things are going to last. So we want to be prepared to be what we need to do. Let me show you this one here. This is a box that you can use. This is called Webcaster 2. All right, that's Webcaster X2. It's a box. You don't really even need a computer for that. It's a sort of a decoder. It does everything within the box itself. All you can do, you can hook it up, hook a camera to it, hook sound to it, put your title in, hit stream, and you're ready to go. Facebook or to YouTube. And they've got some other services that they offer where you can do more. Here's the last one, and I'm going to get out of here. This one is one we use on Sunday mornings. I use this on Sunday mornings and use it for our Tuesday night Bible study. It's called Boxcast. I'm able to use this because I like this because Boxcast, you can stream to all platforms at one time. Don't need to go. You can go through Restream, but you don't have to go. This is one box. It's a little box. It controls. You can set up your stream for every Sunday for 2-3 months down the road, and every Sunday, like clockwork, it's going to start streaming at the time you set for it to stream. Then it has the ability to do simul stream, and what I mean, where you can turn around and stream out. I think it's a simul stream. I can't think of what it is right now, but anyway, where you can restream your service as though it's live, and you can do that at any time you want to do it. And so that's a great advantage. Believe you me, it's something. It costs a little bit. It's not expensive, but it's something that you may want to look into. But let's look and see. I think this is the one for Boxcast. I may run 2 of these.
Say hello to Dave, the video guy. Dave, say hi. Typically, live streaming for Dave would be, well, stressful. But Dave got smart. He uses Boxcast to stream all of his events. And it's pretty easy. All he has to do is plug a camera into the Boxcaster and then connect it to the internet. Then, with just a few quick clicks in the Boxcast dashboard, Dave is ready to stream to any platform that he wants. Go ahead, Dave! The internet's your oyster! As Dave's event goes live here, his online viewers start to tune in. Whoa! Dave! That's a lot of viewers. Dave can monitor the event from the Broadcaster app and make any adjustments on the fly. And once the event is over, the stream archives automatically, so Dave's viewers can watch the recording and he can download it for further editing. Like I said, Boxcast makes Dave's life easy. It'll even send his mother flowers.
Really?
No, Dave. Don't be ridiculous. Take the struggle out of streaming with Boxcast, so you can relax, like Dave.
All right. I pray and trust that this has been information. Welcome, Sister Moss. I pray and trust this has been information that has been helpful to you this evening, tonight, and those of you that are watching whenever you're watching. Hope this information is helpful to you so you can get on track and get to doing the things you need to do. If you're an older pastor and you know nothing about none of this technology, you don't know nothing about no editing and nothing, anything, go get you some millennials or somebody that's in school or somebody that knows how to do this stuff. They're masters. My grandkids, my granddaughter is 7. She'll be 8. My grandson is 5. Even my granddaughter, Riley, is 3. And it's just amazing. Well, is Riley 3? She may be 2. Whatever. And even King, he's 7 months. He knows how to put his finger and move stuff. So they are well aware how to operate this stuff. So you can do that and do that to do what you need to do. All right. Let me, Jefferson, Pastor, can you share with us what type of lights you're using? I can't. I don't. I have umbrella light. I have one umbrella light, and you can get that. And I have a LED light, which sits up and has a little handle on the back. I'll try my best, maybe coming up to do those and list the stuff that I use for that. I don't think that I actually put it. I've got it on folders and stuff, and I probably could find it. It's possible to find it, so that is a possibility. So I'll make sure if you inbox me, I'll get that information to you. All right, Mother Harrison, what type of mic do you use? This here is a regular mic like you use in church, but I'm using a board, a actual mixer that has a USB on the end, and it goes straight into the computer, and the computer picks it up as a mic. I've got that mic. I've got some. Let me see if I can pull this one over. I've got, when I'm doing certain things, I've got a. This here is a U mic I got offline or off Amazon. This is a lapel mic that I use. I don't know if you can see it. I use this lapel mic. I use this like if I'm doing overdubs of videos or stuff that I need to do, or stuff that I need even on my iPad, when I want the iPad to register at a when I want the iPad to register good, I will take this and plug it into the iPad, and it gives you a direct sound more than that echoey sound that look like you somewhere out in a field or whatever, or somewhere in a box or something. So um, I use that for when I'm doing certain things. Um, I've got let me see, I can show you probably half of the stuff. This right here for the webcaster, I use this here as this is a, believe it or not, this is a uh, wireless keyboard that I use, and when I want to put things in to that without finding and logging and taking a whole keyboard with me, I can use this. Got this, I think, off Amazon. So um, I use that with Webcaster too, uh, basically. And so you can do this. Now, the camera I'm using a Sony camera, but I do also have uh, this here is a webcam. I don't use it that much, but this is a Logitech 920. It has a good picture. I just use a different camera, but you could use this, and it would definitely do you good. I'm gonna see without. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can let y'all see the light anyway. I don't know if I can in here. I know I would have to switch. Let me see if I can do cameras. Let's see. Let me see. Include in switcher. Okay. Here we go. So let me see. Can I let y'all see this without? Okay, I think I can. Let me. Okay, here we go. Here's the light that I'm using. You can see that. Y'all can see the light that I'm using right here. You see my computer. You see my light right there. I got another camera right there. This is the camera that I'm using to do everything. And then let me see, can I pull this down where it won't? You see the light that I'm using. That's the LED light that I'm using to light me up. And so, yeah, so this is basically my setup. I'm going to show you on my desk. I got everything everywhere. This is my other mic that I use as my Rodecaster mic. I use that with another thing that I do for podcasts. And so you can see all the stuff, and you can sort of see it, how it is. So I'll, if you inbox me, I'll get that information to you. I'm not sure what the name of the light is. I forgot. But again, you see my Canon camera. I do that when I want to do some video and edit it for doing special projects and stuff. This here I strictly use for streaming. That's my streaming camera. Use this mic. I use this mic a lot. I'm just not using it tonight. I'm using my other mic. And again, this is my Apple computer, and that's my other light. I had 2 or 3 of these. I think I still have them. I think I still have one. My son was using a lot of it, so I think I still got it. But that is the thing. So here again, the Logitech. Here you can get that. It's a webcam. You can use it if you're going to be doing stuff. Now, let me say to those of you that actually do this, what I if you're streaming, whether you stream with an iPad or whatever, let me give you 3 quick things, and I'm gonna get out of here. 3 quick things you need to look at when you're doing streaming. If you're doing Wi-Fi, it's fine, but if you have the ability on a computer to do hardwire, then please do that, because that'll make your signal stronger. Wi-Fi can be finicky, but it'll work. But sometimes when you're looking at people's live or whatever, and you see it sort of pixelating and whatever, that's because their signal is low, whether they're using Wi-Fi or whether they're even using their service on their phone, it can pixelate and show low. Then if you're gonna make sure if you're getting something to stream, make sure that not just your download speed, but your upload speed is more important for streaming. You need to make sure you got good upload speed, and that's going to help you with streaming also if you get good upload speed. And by all means, the other two things that I stress that you need to do is make sure that you've got good audio if possible, because people will look at your video, and if the audio is good, they're going to stay around. But if the audio is bad, most people are not going to stay around for your video. They're going to wipe your video out because the audio, if they can't understand it, I see some people doing live stream. I can't understand a word they saying. I can understand anything they saying on video or anything. So most time I don't watch it. So if your video don't have to be perfect, but if your sound is good, you're going to be all right. So work on your sound. And then those of you that are even doing stuff just at your house, church, or whatever, first of all, if you're dark like me, you don't want a white background. That don't work on video. It's going to make you dark and sometimes what people can see nothing but your teeth. And so I'm just being honest with you. So you always see me with color shirts on, some of color. You always will see me with a different color background. Why? Even at my church, my background is colorful because it makes me pop out. And so then if you're going to do it even at home, go and invest in one light. I think this light was less than $100. It wasn't a lot of money. The umbrella light was less than that. Go get you some lights where you can put up, especially if you're darker, that when you are doing your lives on your iPad or whatever, that light will hit you and give you a good picture. So let's work on that and let's get it done. Dr. Jefferson, I'm trying to listen. Inbox me your information and we got all this downtime. I'll give you a call. We can get it. Tell you what you need to do. At least the information that I can give you that can possibly help you to do what you need to do for your church. And let me say to you, it's not whether your church is big or small. I keep saying this, and I got to get out of here. But I keep saying this to those of you. Don't ever let people discourage you from doing this, whether you're big or small. Never let them stop you from doing it. Most studios that are built, when you talk about shows, when Steve Harvey was on, if you look at Judge Judy, if you look at Divorce Court, if you look at The Real, all these shows, they don't have Wendy Williams. They don't have a big thing that holds 1,000 people. Those studios are not for that. Their main purpose is to get the footage, get the video, and they're broadcasting when it shows on air. Sometimes they're broadcasting to 10 million people. But if you look and go into where they taped it at, it may seat 150, 300 at the max. And so understand that. So, you have to, you just have to know that and understand that you can look large from where you are. It just all depends on your mindset and your mentality. And so if you do that, then you'll bless others, and people will reach out. I get people all the time. So Pastor Mark, we watch you not only at church, but we watch you. Some of you are watching me tonight. Somebody else will watch. So it's not about, whether you got a big church, large church, big ministry, small ministry, whatever you want, whatever people want to call it. As long as you are effective and doing things with the spirit of excellence, you're going to find you'll bless somebody and somebody will be blessed. Now, I pray and trust that you were blessed. If you were blessed with this tonight, please share it with somebody. Just sort of put it out, share it with somebody. And again, those of you, if you need some type of whatever, just inbox me and we'll be able to help you as much as possible. Thank you once again for joining me tonight for this church tech talk. That's what I call it, because I believe that we've got to take advantage of that has been afforded to us. May God bless you. Please be safe out there with all this stuff going on, the coronavirus. Let's pray for each other and let's keep each other in prayer. The Lord bless you. I'm looking for you to be successful, looking for your success in ministry, live streaming, communicating, whatever you're doing. I'm looking for you to be successful, and I know it's going to work out for you. God bless you, and may all God's best be yours.